Part of how I make money. What's up, guys? Hey, if you're just watching this as a on YouTube, this is a live stream, and you may be watching it in the future. It is a replay of a live stream, so keep that in mind. And let me just say up front, don't come complain about how long this video is or how long I'm talking in the video, because live streams take you can't make a 5-minute live stream and be successful at it, because by the time you've stopped and started your live stream, people need a chance to see that it is live and join part of it. So I have to make them at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So don't leave me a comment bitching and complaining about how long this live stream is. All right. So looks like we got 19 on there. We'll go and get started. It's Monday in the Fab Shop. We have a new employee, Tom, that started today. We'll go take a look and see what he's up to here in a minute. I have a job that I'm about to start cutting on the plasma table. So I just thought I'd bring you guys along for that a little, or bring you along on that as we get going. And then we'll talk about some other stuff and look at some other stuff as well. Hey, what's up, Craig? So we got 20 people watching this right now.
Really?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. When you're as old as I am,
Oh, you're just young.
and you see that kind of stuff,
Just getting started good.
I mean, how old are you?
47.
So you're young, real young man.
No, I'm not. I'm 20 years younger than you.
Yeah, 21 years. Yeah, my daughter's the same age you are. My daughter's 48 now.
Oh, yeah? All right. Looks like we're all set here, so.
A level to put on that. Bottom motor. Oh, cool. I should have known. I was right there looking at me.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yep.
I was just getting ready to start a job there, and I forgot I wanted to put a new tip in there, so I had to start and restop it. get you away from it a little bit there so you can hear what I'm saying. Oh, I was just talking to these guys on the camera. That's kind of odd, isn't it, to hear me talking to somebody and there's nobody else here but me and you. Except for now we have, let's see how many are on here. 23 people on here.
Man.
Why would they want to watch us? I have no idea. Do you?
I don't know. I do not know.
All right, well, just a quick introduction. That's Tom back there behind me. He is a neighbor. He lives really close. What, not even a mile or so? A mile or you live about a mile away?
Yes.
Yeah, so he lives about a mile away, and I first met him at the local steel yard there here in town. He was kind of running the steel yard, and but he just hit retirement a few months back and just decided to just go and retire. So he does a lot of you know, first of all, he's got a long career in the steel business, working for several of the large, or at least a couple of different large steel yards around this area. And so he's got a lot of familiarity with structural steel, you know, a lot of the stuff I work with here. And he's an artist. He does a little, makes picture frames and does some little small art pieces that he kind of hand paints. So, and he's just looking for something to do a day or two a week, and it's a fit. So I'm working on some jobs in there, and I've got him out here working on the paint booth, and I've done some wiring on the paint booth recently, and I've got it about 80% wired. And you can see the receptacles up there for the shop lights, the LED shop lights that have a regular plug-in, and those are going to be up in the ceiling. The one question I have that we can talk about real quick is, let's go back around front. I just wanted to show you Tom and do a quick introduction there. I don't know if he wants to talk on camera or not. We may get him on camera later. Sounds like my plasma table stopped running. Oh no, it's still going. I need to be around here close in case it stops or whatever, so I can keep an eye on it. Let's go take a look at it real quick, and I'll finish telling you about the what I was going to say. I've got that thing running a little bit slower than it needs to be. In fact, a lot slower than it needs to be. The torch height control is, when you run it really fast, it doesn't have enough time to react and adjust and all, and nothing good comes from that. Yeah, it's not optimal. Yeah, you end up with a little more dross on the back of it, but it's just a lot less headache to run it at a little bit slower speed. Just, in the long run, it works out better for me. So anyway, what was I talking about there? I can't even remember what I was talking to you guys about. What was that? Somebody said something about a blonde there. All right, see you, Carrie. Trump. I'm in the way here of the walking path. Right, yeah, that's about what I paid on eBay. I might have paid a little less than that because I bought 10 of them. It was a 10-pack of them. It's crazy how the price keeps coming down. Oh, here's the question about the lighting. I just have the regular 4-foot, home residential, just like I have in the shop. I have a regular plug that plugs into the wall. And so my ceiling's going up in the paint booth, and then the lights, of course, will be mounted below the ceiling and attached to the ceiling. But my electrical boxes and everything are up in the ceiling. So I'm gonna have a 3-foot hole saw hole, and then I'm gonna make a little patch or not a patch, a cover plate that goes over that out of the R panel stuff, so that you can service it. You can plug it in, unplug it, and then the little patch that's going to go around the 3 foot or 3 inch hole is going to have, you know, I'll put 4 screws in it and silicone it, and, you know, so that it seals up. Because here's the thing, you don't want any potential spark to be exposed to all your paint booth fumes. But here's my question and concern about LED lighting. The transformers, it's not a sealed light. That's going to be mounted inside the paint booth. Would anybody have any concerns about those sparking? Now, the one thing that comes to mind for me is that if you got a paint booth and you got this big filter bank that's exposed to the outside air, and you got this huge 24-inch exhaust fan that basically anything that gets sprayed into the air is getting kind of pulled out immediately, you're not really filling the room with enough combustible solvents that would cause any kind of a problem. At least I don't think it would. Do you guys? Or do you think I need to make some kind of box, either out of you know, steel, bend up a box of some kind and seal it in at all? Yeah, right. I mean, the only thing is that, you know, I've heard of people like anything made in China or anything really made anywhere, you know, you could always okay. No, I don't want to hardwire the lights, because, you know, what if one of them goes out? I don't want to have to be in there. Just be nice to get up there and unplug it and plug it back in. And it's got to connect in some way anyway. That doesn't, hardwiring versus plugging in, that doesn't make any difference to me, because the junction point is going to be above the ceiling level, and I'm going to have the ceiling completely sealed, silicone. There's nothing going to be getting up into the ceiling. It's inside the paint booth I'm worried about, where the lights are themselves. And the lights, you know, they're, you know, it does have a, it does have the, sorry, I was looking at, you never can tell when that plasma cutter is going to stop. In general, it runs pretty good, but sometimes they can get this 030 code on it and have to go restart it. But so far, it looks like it's running okay. You guys might can see it in there. Yeah, you can see the spark going on it. But anyway, right, that V or Y-pop, yeah, that's the thing. All, you know, your normal paint booths, the lights are mounted outside and they've got clear glass there, or plexiglass or whatever. That serves a couple of purposes. One, your lights don't get completely coated with overspray of different colors and you lose visibility over time. Now that happens in a paint booth, but you can change out the plastic coating. Hey Chris, glad you could stop by. The you know, so I may put some stick-on film onto the LED strips. Now, the one thing about the LED lights is they do have a little plastic sheet that's shaped round that looks like a bulb, but it's just really a little plastic insert that goes in there. If those get, you know, completely coated over, I could pull those out at a later point and replace those, assuming I could find some. But if not, I could cut some little plastic sheets and bend it and force it back in there. But my real concern is, you know, should I spend any time trying to seal up the business part of the light where all the electronics are, you know, silicone that all up so that that's airtight and no solvents get in there? Or if it does spark out, you know, it doesn't spark out into the, I don't know. I've heard, you know, anybody that's seen any comments about a paint booth, these really safety conscious people, they're just, you know, the first thing they want to tell you is, oh, well, you could blow yourself up, you know. And I'm sure like one person or two people somewhere blew themselves up in a paint booth. But I don't want to blow myself up in a paint booth, but at the same time, you got to be realistic about, you know, what can happen. I mean, that lathe in there could tear my arm off. The mill could as well. It has enough power to do that. But does that mean it's going to happen? No. You know, I mean, it could happen. Anytime you get around one of them that's running and you're got your hands down there close, anything can happen. The chuck could fly off of it and hit me in the head and kill me. You know, I mean, that is possible. Okay, this thing stopped. Let's go see if what happened to it, if it got finished or if something. All right, the job got finished there, so that's a good thing. So anyway, yeah, why Pop, I see your message there. Right, Finn Painter, yes, I realize that everything in a regular paint booth is explosion proof. The one thing I decided to go back and do is I have my light switches and all that on the inside of the paint booth to turn the lights on and off and to turn the booth fan on and off. And I haven't done it yet, but I've since decided to put those on the outside. A little bit more of a pain in the butt, but I've got a weatherproof, in fact, it's right here in the truck. I bought this weatherproof box to mount on the outside of the paint booth with a little flip up lid, and I'm going to put my three pole breaker for the pan, not breaker, my 3-pole 3-phase switch or contactor for the exhaust fan in this, as well as the light switch to turn the lights on and off. And this will be mounted on the outside, and I've got a 110 receptacle I wanted to put in the paint booth as well. You know, in case I need to plug something up in there, you know, whatever, I don't know what it would be. So I changed my mind on that because I don't want, you know, the contactor, when you're turning it on and off, I'm guessing can generate a spark on a fairly regular basis. And an exposed outlet on the inside could also generate a spark, you know. So I've got all that mounted on the outside. The paint booth that I was renting there for a while, the controls, you know, the switch and all that. I'm just reading some of the comments coming through. Again, I wanted to say, if you're watching this on a replay, this is not for the guys watching it right now. If you're watching this on the replay, do not leave a comment complaining about how long this video is or how much I'm talking or whatever, because this is a live stream. You cannot make a 5-minute live stream and expect anybody to get anything out of it, because live streams need to be on for a while, at least 30 minutes, if not longer, to give people a chance to see that it's on, the notification for it, you know, and all that. But I'll leave the live stream replays up, and sometimes people come and watch it, and they'll try to watch a 40-minute video and then complain that I'm talking on it. It's just like, really? Anyway, I'm not complaining to you guys. Some of you, well, I mean, you could delete the live streams, but some people like them. You know, they want to go back and see what happened on the live stream. I'll leave them up there. Anyway, I was going to walk around and show you a little bit of the, well, I'll take this with me. Sorry about the camera there. So we're just trying to get some progress made today. Tom's out here working on the trim pieces for this. I don't know if I've shown you guys this or not. I did the wiring on the motor here this weekend, and you see I've got an external box and some of that flex that goes into the motor there. And the one thing you may be asking is about about a belt guard, you know, because that electrical is coming right in there. If the belt were to get loose on it, and you know, it could mess up the electrical and cause an issue. But I got a belt guard that's going to go on that. So anyway, you see my three gang boxes there, and how I was coming in, you know, with the switches on the inside of the wall. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want those things sparking off. So I'm gonna mount this box here and pull those wires and make the connection on the outside and then seal all this up. Here's the one question though. Look at the back of this box, it's open. Why is that? Anybody know? Is that to let you get your wires in and out of the back of it easily? I don't understand why it's open like that. And because I'm putting it up against a panel, I'm gonna have to make a flat panel to go up against this to seal it, because otherwise it would be open from the back. And don't want water and stuff getting in there, so. Okay, so it's supposed to mate up to a box on the inside of the wall. Which I'll have that. I'll probably have a box on the inside and outside. Oh, so a box on the inside of the wall, and then that goes up against it as a cover. I got you. All right, so I'll do that. I'll have a box on the inside as well, but I don't really know that I need a box on the inside, although yeah, I could pull the sheathing back on those wires on the inside, so that the wires are the only thing coming through on the inside of the box, on the inside of the wall. And but the only problem with that is having that exposed like that potentially allow a space for fumes to get in there. But again, the place the connection is going to be made is outside, so you know, if it were to ignite the fumes or whatever, it would be on the outside, you know. All right, Bill, I'll let you go. I know this is probably boring some of you guys. I just thought I haven't done a live stream. It's been like 3 weeks since I did one, so I just thought I would make one real quick. I'm making these 2 flags, and I'm gonna go visit my family in Alabama this week, and I had a couple people want some more of those made, so I'm going to get these prepped and painted and all that, so I can take them with me and deliver those. So anyway, that's just what's going on around here. I wanted to just make a live stream, show you what I was up to. I got to get another sheet on there and cut the rest of the parts out that I need for that, and then get going on painting it. But so I hope you guys are doing good, and I appreciate the few of you that did join for joining. Anybody got any quick questions here before I end this one? I'll wait a second, see if any questions come through. JC Smith, you know, what I was saying is, that's fine. I can mount this on the surface on the outside, but look, these panels have corrugations all the way across it, so that's not going to seal up against that. So I need to make a flat plate to go against this, you know, to screw onto the panel and then mount that to the flat plate. Does that make sense? Anybody else got any questions or thoughts or comments? If you're just now joining, or if you're watching this on a replay, I just wanted to make a quick live video to show what was going on. I did an introduction to Tom, who's a neighbor, new employee, gonna work, you know, part-time, just a day or 2 a week, intermittently when we have time or have a need, you know, to get him in here for things. Or I get busy like I am this week. I got a lot to do to get out of here. And I just ran a job on the table, so that was going at the beginning, and was kind of sharing that a little bit. Right, okay. So I could seal it with silicone on the outside. But again, I mean, it would take me 5 minutes to make a little cover, you know, a flat plate to go up against this that could be screwed to the wall. So, I mean, there's like a lot of different ways you can do this stuff. I appreciate the input. I'll figure out the best way that works for me and do that. All right, guys, I don't see any questions coming in, so I appreciate you joining. And again, if you're watching this on a replay, don't leave me a comment about how much I'm talking or how long the video is or whatever, just click off of it. You don't need to tell me that. Yes, sir, Y-Pop. Lots of ways, and no matter which way I pick to do it, there's going to be somebody that would be, well, if it was mine, I would do it that way. I would do it this way. I would do this. I would do that. Okay, you do it your way. I appreciate it. I'm listening to comments, and I'll take them, and if I can use them, I'll do them, and if I can't, then, you know, I won't. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I got to get going, and we'll talk to you soon. Later.